What's up, guys? Welcome back to another video here on Decent First Gen. We're back out here again with the crew cab, and we are still plugging away on this. So you guys, if you saw the last couple videos, what have we done? We've sanded it, we've filled the body holes, we've done body work, and today we are ready to start taping it off and hopefully shoot the first coat of primer on it so we can start block sanding it. So real quick, I'm going to go over it with kind of a tack rag to get all the rest of the dust off, and then we'll start taping off the windows and everything. So we'll do that real quick. Alright guys, we got it all wiped down, all the windows, the roof, everything pretty much. So now what we're going to do is start taping off the windows. So I'm going to talk to you about that a little bit first. My plan was just to kind of mask them off, but thanks to you guys on Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube, you guys have taught me some stuff between a couple videos ago and now, and I've actually got a better strategy now. So one of you, I don't remember your name, you recommend putting playing cards between the weather stripping and then bending them up. And that's the idea I was going to go with. But then someone else, Tanner6BT on Instagram, messaged me and told me about a special tape from 3M. And I'll put this in the description below. And I'll show you how this works. Now, the playing card is probably the most economical way to go. This was 30 bucks for this little box of tape, but if it works how it's supposed to, I think it's going to be a lifesaver. So let me pull some out and I'll show you how it works, and we'll start putting some on so we can see if it works well, okay? Okay, so like I said, this was 30 bucks. The good thing is it's 10 meters long of tape, which should cover every window seal that we're going to have to on a huge truck. So I think it was worth it. Let me show you how this works. So what it is, you can see you can either use it as long strips or you can tear it off in perforated strips. And what happens, it's got this kind of real stiff part right here. So I'm going to actually tear one off and we'll try it. Okay. So here's what you do. So if we want to kind of create, you know, what we don't want is the paint to lay against the seal, and then when we pull the masking tape off, it'll crack. So we want to kind of lift that seal up a little bit. So what we do is we get this stiff part, kind of slide it under the seal, remove this backing. There you go, just remove that backing. Just stick it down in there, and then it sticks to the window. So let me show you. Then we don't have that sharp edge right there that we have to worry about taping off. So we'll do all this, and then we can just run our tape along this. So I'll probably time lapse you guys on this because it's going to take me a quick minute to get this all done to all the seals around the windows and the windshield and the back window, but it'll be time consuming, but I think it'll be worth it. I think it'll end up being a better product. The paint will lay a lot better and the finished product will look a lot nicer. So I wanted to show you that. Like I said, link for that's in the description below. Little pricey, but honestly I'm betting this one box will easily do the whole truck. So, and I might not even do, I might just do one every, you know, maybe space them out a little bit more. We'll see. I'll play around with it and see what I like to do, and I'll let you guys know when I figure it out. So here we go. Alright guys, you get the idea. I'm not going to put you through watching me do all this. So I'm going to go through and do all of it. And I will catch back up to you when we get it done because I want to finish masking everything off and I want to get some primer on in this video. So I'll finish doing all these and then we'll start masking off, putting paper over the windows and everything, masking everything else off. So, alright guys, it's a couple hours later. I'm actually back out here. Got these taped off. So I'll probably actually run a piece of masking tape right along the ridge of the cards. They worked pretty well. I would say it was worth the money for sure. I think the playing card thing would work just as well though. And the nice thing about that is they would cover more linear space, I guess you could say. So if I were to do it again, I'd probably go with the playing card thing just because the cost of this. And that box only covered the windows. So anyways, what I'm going to do now, I've got this rope here. So I'm going to try to wedge that rope underneath the gasket for the window and the rear window, and all you're trying to do is lift that gasket, you know, up off here so the paint doesn't create an edge against the gasket. So we'll try that and see if that works. I think for the windshield I'm actually going to need a thicker rope, but I think this will work well for the rear one, so we're going to try that first. Yeah, this is working really well, so just kind of wedging it under there to create that gap right there. Alright guys, that worked excellent. So got that wedged in between there, lifting the gasket off all the way around. So I'm going to do that on the front windshield as well, but let me see if I can show you this. The gap in here is quite a bit bigger. So I'm actually probably going to get like a full-on half-inch rope to do that. So anyways, we'll continue masking off tomorrow. We'll tape this all up, tape the windows up, put that rope in the front windshield, and then pull it into Paint Booth 2.0 in the garage, get some primer sprayed. So we'll see you then. What's up guys? So we're back out here. This is a few days later. I think this is what you guys saw last. I just added some tape to keep them from coming off, even though a couple of them did kind of come up, but really not bad, stuck pretty well. So what I'm doing now is actually getting tape, just kind of laying it flat on the seal and then flipping it up to really create a nice barrier there so no paint gets on the window or anything. And then, so I'm going to do that. I did get a half-inch rope for the front window seal, so we'll do that here in a little bit. And then what I also got are some couple decks of playing cards. I'm going to do the playing card trick here. So I can stick it in there and fold it and bend it back and tape it to the windshield, because I think that'll be easier than trying to wedge tape back in there. So anyways, we're just going to experiment. We're going to try a couple things, and like I said, I'll let you guys know what works well for me and what doesn't, so maybe you can know whether you want to try it that way or not. So let's keep working on it. All right, you guys can see my strategy here, and I'm really liking the card idea. So, but I don't think for this gasket that the cards would have worked well without the rope under there, because the rope kind of holds it up off of the body, and then the card protects it from the paint. So without the rope, I think it would keep a hard edge right there. So it's working good though. And kind of looks cool too, right? But I guess that doesn't matter for anything. So, all right, I'm gonna finish this back window and then put paper over it, and then we can go to the front window. All right, let me show you how I'm doing the corner, at least how I'm going to try and do it. So, you know, if you tried to do one full card, it would leave some big gaps over here. So I've cut the card up into quarters, and then I'm just going to loosely tape them all over and see how that works. All right, that worked really good for that corner. So you can see how there's still the gap, so the paint and primer can get in there. So I'm gonna wrap this up by myself. I won't make you guys watch it, and then I'll tape that off, and then we'll go to the front window and do the front window. Alright guys, there we have it. It's getting pretty dark out right now, but got all those taped off. Just need to do the front window. So at this point, the main thought in my head is I hope the paint job turns out as good as my tape job. So I feel like I taped it pretty well, so hopefully the paint job turns out just as nice. But we'll tape off the front windshield tomorrow. Alright guys, it's the next day. So we are going to first do the rope trick under this gasket, and then see, I don't know if the cards are going to work better or if I can just tape it with a 1/2 inch rope holding up. I might be able to just tape it from there. So Alright guys, this turned out really nice. So you can see the rope in there. So there's a nice big gap between the gasket and the A-pillar. So now I'm not going to rope it off down here because I'm actually just going to tape this whole cowl area off. Just leave it black. And then up here the gasket goes under the drip rail, so I'm just going to run masking tape right up under there and just call that good. So I'll do the cards on the other side, and then I'm not going to tape up or paper up the windshield until we pull it into the paint booth. So we'll just do that real quick in there. Okay, we are ready to pull it into the paint booth. Well, my makeshift paint booth. You guys have seen that before. Like I said, I'm going to do the paper or plastic over the windshield, and then on the cowl, and then over the engine compartment as well as soon as it's pulled in, so I can have the hood popped to do the paint. So anyways, I'm not going to show you guys this, but I have a lot of rearranging to do to get the truck to fit in here. So there you can see the sides of the paint booth all tucked up there. So I will kind of get things organized, cleaned up, and get the truck in there, drop the walls of the paint booth down, get everything ready, finish masking it off, and spray the first coat of primer. So we'll see if that happens today. It'll be in this video, but I don't know if I'll get around to it today. I might do it tomorrow. So anyways, I'll get this all cleaned up and we'll get the truck pulled in here. Alright guys, as you can see, got her in. I just need to drop the curtains, and I'm going to put another one over here and then put that one back up there. Pulling the truck in did not happen without casualty. Unfortunately, the table was out a little too far and I rubbed the door against it. It's not bad, but yeah, I'm going to have to do a little body filler there too. So kind of annoyed at myself for not just moving the table a little bit more before I did that, but oh well, live and learn. So anyways, I'm going to fix that spot and then drop the curtains, and let's put some primer on this thing. Mask everything else off, mask the frame and the wheels off, and we'll get some primer going. So I'll catch back up with you guys when I get that spot fixed. Alright guys, it is a new day. Truck is ready to go. I've wiped it all down, got all the dust off of it, fixed that dent that I put in it yesterday pulling it in here. My bad. Got everything masked off how I want it, except for I still need to put some plastic over the tire and shocks. I don't care if overspray gets in the wheel well, but just not on the tire and the shock. And I have to degrease and de-wax it real quick, and then set up the paint booth real quick, and we are ready to spray primer. So I will do that, and then as soon as we're ready to start shooting, I'll bring you guys back and we'll spray it with primer. This is pretty exciting. Alright guys, we did it. It is primed. That high build primer was not as much of a pleasure to shoot as the other types of primer were. It came out real thick, had to move a lot slower, had to hold the gun closer. So, give you guys a look. There it is. So the back and the roof, I wasn't, I got full coverage, but I wasn't as concerned about getting it nice and thick. I made sure to do that more on the doors and the fenders and the hood where there might need to be some body work. But the roof, like I said, is already done. So I really just need to get it colored to the same color as this primer so that it's all the same. So anyways, there she is. So, despite this being one video, this is probably the longest kind of steps that I've had to do so far as masking it off, getting it into the garage, making the paint booth again, and then priming it. That was a lot of work. So whatever this video ends up being, 20-25 minutes, this took me over a week to get to this point. So I really thank you guys for your support. I thank you for the comments. For all the help you guys have given me. Like I said, I'm learning from you guys every day, so keep it up. Let's keep the channel growing. Share this channel with people if you think they might enjoy it. But until then, we'll see you guys in the next video.